Well, folks, Bitcoin did it again. The digital currency that started as a fringe idea has once more shattered expectations and left the financial world in awe. It smashed through another ceiling, this time hitting a record-breaking $100,000. This milestone isn't just a number, it's a testament to the growing acceptance and trust in this decentralized form of currency. Remember when people thought Bitcoin was just a fad, a digital delusion? Skeptics were everywhere, from financial analysts to casual observers, all doubting its potential and longevity. Yeah, those folks aren't laughing now. The skeptics have been proven wrong time and again as Bitcoin continues to defy expectations and redefine what we know about money. This is huge, even bigger than that time I accidentally bought a boatload of Russell Crowe memorabilia. But unlike my questionable purchase, Bitcoin's rise is backed by a growing community and real-world applications. This isn't just about some random numbers going up on a screen, it's about the underlying technology, the blockchain, which promises transparency, security, and decentralization. This is about a fundamental shift in how we think about money, about value, about the whole damn system. Traditional financial institutions are taking notice, and some are even starting to integrate Bitcoin into their operations. It's exciting, it's terrifying, and it's happening right before our eyes. The financial landscape is evolving, and Bitcoin is at the forefront of this revolution. So, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're diving headfirst into the wild world of Bitcoin. The ride is going to be bumpy, with highs and lows, but it's a journey worth taking. Now you might be wondering, what the hell just happened? How did we get here? And what does this mean for the future of finance? What's pushing this digital gold rush? It's a combination of factors, from technological advancements to economic uncertainties. Well, there's no single answer, but one word keeps popping up like a whack-a-mole on Wall Street's head: inflation. As traditional currencies face devaluation, people are turning to Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. More and more businesses are accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment, and Bitcoin ATMs are popping up in cities around the world. This growing acceptance is fueling its rise. The online community is also playing a significant role. Social media platforms and forums are buzzing with discussions about Bitcoin, spreading awareness and driving interest. Institutional investors are jumping on the bandwagon too. Major financial players are now investing in Bitcoin, lending it further credibility and stability. Governments and regulatory bodies are also taking notice. While some are embracing it, others are cautious, trying to figure out how to regulate this new form of currency. Bitcoin is also making waves in international transactions. It's being used for remittances, providing a faster and cheaper alternative to traditional methods. In developing countries, Bitcoin is offering financial inclusion to those who are unbanked or underbanked. Education programs are spreading knowledge about how to use and benefit from Bitcoin. The environmental impact of Bitcoin mining is a hot topic too. While it consumes a lot of energy, there's a growing trend towards using renewable energy sources for mining operations. Beyond Bitcoin, the underlying blockchain technology is being explored for various applications, from supply chain management to secure voting systems. The possibilities are endless. So, as we celebrate this milestone, let's keep an eye on the future. Bitcoin has come a long way, but this is just the beginning. The journey ahead is full of potential and promise. What will the next milestone be? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, Bitcoin is here to stay, and it's going to keep making headlines. So, whether you're a seasoned investor or just curious, keep watching, keep learning, and maybe even get involved. The world of Bitcoin is open to everyone. Join the conversations, attend the conferences, and be part of this financial revolution. The future of money is unfolding, and it's an exciting time to be part of it. So here's to Bitcoin, to the milestones we've reached, and to the many more that lie ahead. Cheers to 100,000 reasons to be excited. Remember that slightly alarming news about prices going up? It's been all over the headlines lately, and it's hard to miss. From the grocery store to the gas station, it seems like everything is getting more expensive by the day. Milk costing an arm and a leg. And it's not just milk. Bread, eggs, and even your favorite snacks are suddenly luxury items. It's like we're living in some kind of bizarre alternate reality where basic necessities are becoming unaffordable. And let's not forget about petrol. Filling up your tank now feels like you need to take out a small loan. Every time you drive past a gas station, the prices seem to have jumped again. It's enough to make anyone frustrated. Yeah, that's inflation. And it's not just bad for your wallet, it's apparently fantastic news for Bitcoin. You see, inflation erodes the value of traditional currencies, making every dollar you own worth a little less each day. But for Bitcoin, it's a different story. See, when the value of our good old-fashioned dollars starts to shrink faster than a snowball in a sauna, people freak out. They start to worry about their savings, their future, and how they're going to make ends meet. It's a natural reaction to a very unnatural situation. They start looking for somewhere, anywhere else to park their hard-earned cash. Traditional savings accounts and bonds just don't cut it anymore. The returns are too low, and the risk of losing value is too high. So, people turn to alternative investments. And that's where Bitcoin, sitting there looking all shiny and decentralized, comes in. Unlike traditional currencies, Bitcoin isn't controlled by any government or central bank. It's a digital currency that operates on a decentralized network, making it immune to the whims of inflationary policies. Now, I'm no financial expert, but even I can see the logic here. When your money is losing value every day, it makes sense to look for alternatives. And Bitcoin, with its limited supply and growing acceptance, seems like a promising option. If your money is losing value by the day, wouldn't you want to put it into something that seems to be doing the opposite? Bitcoin's price has been on a roller coaster, but over the long term, it's shown a remarkable upward trend. People see it as a hedge against inflation, a way to preserve their wealth in uncertain times. It's like choosing between a leaky bucket and a rocket ship. Sure, the rocket ship might be risky and volatile, but at least it's going somewhere. The leaky bucket, on the other hand, is just going to leave you with nothing. A risky, volatile, potentially explosive rocket ship, but still, for many, the potential rewards outweigh the risks. Bitcoin represents a new frontier in finance, a way to take control of your financial future in a world where traditional currencies are losing their luster. So as we navigate these turbulent economic times, it's no wonder that more and more people are turning to Bitcoin. It's not just a trend, it's a movement. A movement towards financial independence and security in an increasingly uncertain world. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just someone looking to protect your savings, Bitcoin offers a glimmer of hope. It's a way to fight back against the forces of inflation and take control of your financial destiny. So, the next time you hear about rising prices and shrinking dollars, remember that there's an alternative. Bitcoin might just be the rocket fuel you need to blast off towards a more secure financial future. Okay, so inflation is bad for regular money. When inflation hits, the value of traditional currency drops. This means that the money you have today will buy you less tomorrow. It's like a slow leak in your wallet where your purchasing power just drips away. Imagine going to the grocery store and realizing that the same amount of money buys you fewer groceries each week. It's frustrating, right? This is the reality of inflation, and it's a problem that affects everyone, from the average consumer to big businesses. But why is it good for Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin operates on a completely different principle. Unlike traditional currencies, which can be printed at will by governments, Bitcoin has a fixed supply. This means that no matter what happens in the world, there will only ever be a certain number of Bitcoins in existence. This scarcity is one of the key factors that make Bitcoin so appealing, especially in times of economic uncertainty. Well, it all comes down to supply and demand, the two greatest forces in the universe, besides, of course, the sheer charisma of a man who once bought a jockstrap worn by Russell Crowe. In the world of economics, supply and demand dictate the price of almost everything. When the supply of something is limited and the demand for it increases, the price naturally goes up. This is a fundamental principle that applies to everything from rare collectibles to everyday goods. See, Bitcoin has a limited supply. This is built into its very design. The mysterious creator of Bitcoin, known only as Satoshi Nakamoto, set a hard cap on the number of Bitcoins that can ever be mined. This cap is set at 21 million Bitcoins. Once all 21 million Bitcoins have been mined, no more can ever be created. This built-in scarcity is one of the reasons why Bitcoin is often referred to as digital gold. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins, ever. This is a stark contrast to traditional currencies, where central banks can print more money whenever they see fit. This ability to print more money can lead to inflation, as we've seen time and time again throughout history. But with Bitcoin, the supply is fixed, and this creates a sense of stability and predictability that is very appealing to investors. That's it. No more, no less. This fixed supply means that Bitcoin is immune to the inflationary pressures that plague traditional currencies. When you hold Bitcoin, you know exactly how many will ever exist, and this certainty is incredibly valuable in an uncertain world. It's like owning a piece of a finite resource, something that can't be diluted or devalued by external forces. And when something is scarce and demand for it goes up, well, you know what happens next. the price increases. This is exactly what we've seen with Bitcoin over the years. As more people become aware of its unique properties and its potential as a hedge against inflation, the demand for Bitcoin has skyrocketed. This increased demand, combined with its fixed supply, has driven the price of Bitcoin to new heights. Meanwhile, governments can print more money whenever they feel like it, which, let's be honest, is slightly more often than they should. This ability to print money out of thin air can lead to significant devaluation of the currency. When there is more money in circulation, each individual unit of currency becomes worth less. This is why we see prices for goods and services increase during periods of high inflation. It's a vicious cycle that can be hard to break. This devalues existing money, making Bitcoin, with its fixed supply, look like a safe haven. In times of economic turmoil, investors often look for assets that can preserve their wealth. Gold has traditionally been seen as a safe haven, but in the digital age, Bitcoin is increasingly being viewed as a modern alternative. Its fixed supply and decentralized nature make it an attractive option for those looking to protect their assets from inflation. It's like comparing a limited edition signed Beanie Baby to a regular old sock puppet. The limited edition Beanie Baby has value because it's rare and collectible, while the sock puppet is just another mass-produced item. In the same way, Bitcoin's limited supply gives it a unique value proposition that traditional currencies simply can't match. As more people recognize this, the demand for Bitcoin continues to grow, further driving up its price and solidifying its status as a valuable asset in the modern financial landscape. Remember when Bitcoin was just the playground of tech geeks and that weird guy down the street who keeps talking about the impending robot uprising? Well, those days are long gone. Now, the big boys are getting in on the action. We're talking Wall Street giants, hedge funds, even publicly traded companies. They're all dipping their toes, or should I say diving headfirst into the crypto pool. And when these institutional investors with their deep pockets and even deeper voices start buying Bitcoin, it sends a powerful signal to the market. It's like when Oprah announces her favorite things, suddenly everyone wants them, even if it's just a fancy bread knife or a book about finding your inner peace. Institutional investment lends legitimacy and credibility to Bitcoin, making it more attractive to regular investors.